Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, May 23rd, Memorial Day weekend. And welcome to my channel. My channel is on my hobbies. Primarily that's cross stitching, sewing, a little bit of quilting thrown in. I also enjoy card making, paper crafting, card making, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. If you like what you see, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. That would help the channel to keep growing. And I think we have fun here. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad that you decided to come back by and see what we've been up to. I have three fully finished objects. This week, and I have a new start. I don't know that I have a new start. I have some haul. I don't think I have a new start. I have some haul, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This week was pretty quiet. Got quite a bit done. Work was good. I took yesterday off. Really made a dent in the craft room here. I mean, I still have things sitting on every flat surface, but I think one more like 2-hour period and I'll probably have made a decision and either put things away, tossed it, or put it in the garage. So we are slowly but surely getting there. I have lost my little bulb pins, the little safety pins that look like bulbs. No idea where they are. So on my finished objects, I've looked everywhere. On my finished objects, I will have to either order more or continue to look for them so I can put my like buttons and finishing touches on my fully finished objects. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the fully finished objects. And my first one is St. Patrick's Day Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I bought the kit, and the kit came with the backing fabric, the wool, and the rickrack trim. I love it so much. Now, I think this could have been probably stuffed a little bit more, but I also ran out of wool roving. So it's got a little bit of wool roving in it and poly beads. So it does have a little bit of weight. It'll help it stay up. On the back, I will put a 2026 charm. And I think I've got a little leftover piece of rickrack. I think I'll tie that on there as well. Maybe a button. I'm not sure. I'll look and see if I've got any kind of St. Patrick's Day charm might look cute on here. So I'll look and see what I've got. But it'll go on the back and it will be completely done once I find my bulb pins. So happy to have that one done. I also finished Spring Quaker, which is this one. Now it does have the 2025 date. That's when I started it. I had intentions of finishing it. I did not. And I bought the finishing kit, which came with the backing fabric, the wool square, and the rickrack. Rickrack is Ladybug Creates, I believe. Same thing on this one. A bulb pin, and then I have this purple button here. That was from some of my paper crafting supplies. So I'll put that on the back and call it a day. But it feels good to have those done. And then I had finished this stitching in November or October and got it almost ready to go, and then it didn't get finished. So I tried my very best to stuff it. This one is stuffed with walnut shells. You can see I'm a little, I didn't pack it. It didn't, for some reason, it didn't go into this area very well, but I mean, it's still really firm. Has some good weight to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ribbon, because I think it looks really cute with the top, and I'm going to just tie it around here, the front. We'll tie it all the way around, and then that will conceal this little indentation. And then from the bow, I will hang the 2026 year charm. And if I have like an acorn, something fall, maybe a leaf, I'll hang it from there as well. And then that will be a fully finish, like with all the trims and everything. So I was happy to get that done. I have to mark them on my spreadsheet that it's done, and then I'm going to pull everything, the kits apart, and go from there. Okay, stitching. I'm going to pull out my Friday focus. I did get a chance to stitch yesterday. And my Friday focus is Ladybug Picnic. If you are new here, what I do is I pick a piece that is 50% or more complete, and I work on it until I have a finished piece. Sometimes that's a couple of weeks, sometimes it's a couple of months. It doesn't matter. I'm just every Friday picking it up, and that's what I'm working on. And so here we are. She's coming along nicely. So I added a little bit more of the leaves, and I finished her head. I added the straight stitches in the flower, and I started the flowers above here, flowers down here, started filling in, like the leaves were filled in on her body, the little white flowers were filled in. I'm starting on the flower centers. So maybe another week or two, and this might be a finish. And then I'll hang her up here on the wall. I've got the botanical bee, and I think she'll look really cute next to him. So I'm stitching this one on the called for fabric, which is 32 count pomegranate linen by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I'm using the called for flosses. Let me fold this a little different. Ooh. Called for flosses. I love this pomegranate fabric. There is a piece that I want to stitch for my birthday start. And it's, the background is kind of like a peachy color, and I've got a couple fabrics already set aside for it, but this one I really like. So I may look into that. We'll have to see. I'll have to do the floss toss and see how that goes. I don't know that I'll stay with 32. I may have to go ahead and buy a 40 count. We'll see. Next, I pulled out Spring Cat from Barbara Anna Designs. I changed the fabric on this one because I thought that the cat didn't really stand out against the fabric that they chose. So I am stitching mine on Mirage Edinburgh linen. And here's where I'm at. So I got the bodice of her dress done, and I came up and her necklace and her nose and mouth, and then I started working in down here to fill in this green part of her dress. She's not quite at the halfway mark, but I forget about her. She gets buried, and when I pull it out, I really do enjoy stitching on her. I think it does it's a really nice job. I mean, the fabric really pops her off, and I love the chart. Not saying I did a really nice job stitching, because I really didn't. But it felt good to kind of see a little bit more progress. Like I actually completed the bodice and I actually completed the necklace. So it feels good to move that along. And then here's the called for. So we are moving along. Next, I pulled out a patriotic stitch. We Are Blessed by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this on, I think, the called for. What is the called for? Oh. Mica. I think this is mica. I think I got this a kit through Chantel's 141 because I bought the drum. So I think it all came together. The floss, the fabric was one kit. I bought that, bought the drum, and the floss and fabric I think came with the chart. Anyways, so not a lot of progress, but I started USA and I finished this star motif. There we go. I have the light off just because it's really warm here today, and it's early enough in the day I figured I could get away with filming without my overhead light on. Okay, I actually found time to stitch on Sunday, and quite a bit of time. I was very, very happy. So I pulled out my Sunday sampler. Much like my Friday focus, I decided that on Sundays I was going to pick a sampler that was 50% or more done, and then work on it until it's completed. And so I pulled out Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. This was a Patreon in 2022, I believe, 2023. So I started it as a stitch along through her Patreon group, and I never finished it. I think I stitched in time and kept up through the first page release, like the first section that was released, and then that was it. And then I really fell behind when I got to that house, because if you're new here, you don't know this, but I love a house on a sampler, and I don't love stitching them. So it takes me a while to do a house because I get bored. Anyways, I'm stitching this on the called for 40 count overcast linen, stitching with the called for flosses 1 thread over 2. And I love it. So I started filling in a little bit more of the blue water, and I brought the flowers all the way over. So this whole border down here, I believe, is done. And so now I just need to bring this down. I'm not going to go from the bottom up, because if it doesn't match, I'll cry. So I'm going to go from the top down, and then I can, if it's off, I have a better way of finishing. So this is going to be so pretty framed. I cannot wait to get it done. And I really, really love the overcast linen. It is so pretty. I do think I have overcast linen in my shop, so if you are looking for it, you can check there. This in a project bag for me, made by me. Bit of Honey by Not Forgotten Farm. She is so stinking cute. I'm stitching her on a remnant that I have 36 count aspen. She's going to go into a little lemon frame when I'm done with her, and I got her dress almost done. She's just adorable. A little bit better on the color. I can't wait to get her finished. She's so cute. And called for flosses. Did I say that? So that's all the stitching I got done. Why? Why did I only get that much stitching done? Well, I was sewing this week. My son's girlfriend had a birthday, and I wanted to make her a makeup bag. I needed to replace my makeup bag because my makeup bag was starting to wear through, and I had a couple holes starting. So I have, my makeup bag is my favorite makeup bag ever. And I made it. And so I pulled out the pattern and I made myself a new one, and then I made her one. I practiced on mine and I did hers. And I used a cat named Stitch fabric. And here it is. It's big, it's boxy. These are a little long. I made these shorter for hers. But I don't really care for mine. I mean, the next time I make one for me, I'll make them shorter. And then when you open it up, I have this fabric on the inside. All a cat named Stitch fabric. It has metal supports in here so it stays open. And that's what I love about it. They can be washed. I have machine washed my old one a couple of times. I just throw it in a lingerie bag and then I air dry it. Probably you could put it on a gentle cycle, or you could hand wash it and it would be just fine. But I mean, I love it so much, and now I waited, and it was so hard to wait, but I waited and I waited so I could show you guys. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to clean up my makeup and I'm going to put it in here and live happily ever after. Well, until a hole works its way through on that one. Okay. I was on the Target app and I was ordering, you know, my usual weekly order of stuff that we're running out of. And somehow I came across what I'm going to show you next. And I instantly fell in love. And I couldn't order it on the app, which was really frustrating. So I placed my order, and then I took a snapshot of this, and then I sent it to my husband. I said, yeah, you're going to need to pick up the Target order, and then we're going to have to go back because I have to have this. But look at how adorable it is. It is a wicker basket, blue, and it's a whale. $5, the dollar spot. And the reason I had to have him is because I've got it in my mind. I've got a couple of tiered trays in the house, and I like using the tiered trays to decorate monthly because I can have a little decorative something without having to go all out. I thought he would be a darling on one of my tiered trays. I'm not sure the height of him, if he'll fit, and it might cut off too much, but I've had him sitting next to my tiered tray. He is adorable. I love him so much. So $5, Target. Totally worth it. I love him so much. So what that brings me to next is I wanted to I wanted to do a beach themed tiered tray. So I was at Hobby Lobby the other day and they had some beachy things on sale. So I picked up like a little sea shanty house with some rock on the bottom, like on the ground, and a little post. I think it has a bird on the wooden post. Really cute, beachy colors, blues. And then I bought, I think, a stack of starfish. I think I bought one more thing. I can't remember. But now I need pillows, and I don't think I have any pillows ready to go. So I was looking on Crocetta Gogo's website for something else, and I happened across these, and so I picked these up. So this is Whales and Lighthouse. I'm not sure I'm going to stitch all three, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to stitch the whales and the crabs. Oh, I know. I got a miniature beach chair that's white with blue and white stripes as the chair. You know, the kind. It's I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what the name of the chair is, but it's you would know it if you saw it. So I picked up the chair too. So I picked up that chart. And then I picked up the little walrus. And so walrus and fish. I mean, look at his face. How could I not? And then I picked up 1776 Stitch and Stuff. Well, from the Stitch and Stuff series, I picked up 1776. So this is not ocean themed, but they do live by the ocean sometimes. Look at him. How could I not? Like I need any more patriotic things to stitch. But I love him. Yeah, and that's it, I think. I downloaded, I had purchased before a cat named Stitch. What is it called? Let me find it really quick. Little Kittens pattern. And the Kittens quilt pattern. So I downloaded those, and then I also found another cat, stuffed cat chart as I was wandering through the website on Fat Quarter Shop, and so I picked up that as well. So I have a few sewing projects I'd like to get done. I went through my fabrics in the house, and underneath my pile, I found the last, not the most recent panel of Lori Holt project bags, but the one before it that I had picked up last summer. And so I cut out one, I'm going to stitch one up, and then I'll probably do the rest. And I'm hoping I can get those knocked out tonight. And those would be just for me. I'm not going to list those in the store. But then that would get rid of one whole big, huge thing of fabric. So, I'm kind of excited to try that. I may try to piece together one of the cat charts, maybe the smaller one, or I might start working on patchwork bags as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, because I also would like to stitch, and there's only so much time in a day. So that's what's on the plans for this weekend, to get that done, finish cleaning up my craft room. Once I get it looking neater than it is now, because it really still is kind of junky, then I will do a craft room tour, because I did change some things. I needed to add more storage, and I was successful in doing that, and I really do like the look. And then, what else? And then moving along and, you know, putting things in my shop. And so new things are being added all the time. And I think that's it. Short video this week. Okay, it is what it is. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Be sure to share the video, like the video, and comment on the video. I read the comments. I love to read the comments. I've been having so much fun. One more thing before we go. I also want to say that bluebirdneedlework.com is having a Memorial Day sale. 20% off everything in the store, up to, use the code MEMORIAL. So again, 20% off. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it down below. 20% off everything in the store, bluebirdneedlework.com. Go check it out. Hope that you can find something that you like. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.